Okay, our first question is, so what is the story of how you started into locking? What made you start dancing and what led you to locking?
Okay. Yes, the story of how I came into, at that time it was Campbell locking. I had a friend, we had started the Gogo Brothers group, Buddy Lombard and myself. And we were going out to clubs a lot, but we had one of my cousins, his name was Jimmy Henderson, was dating a girl, and her older sister was going to UCLA University, and she'd go out on the weekends to this club in Hollywood. We didn't know about this, but we had become pretty popular in LA at the time as far as high school was concerned. And so she invited us to this club in Hollywood. And when we went up to the club, it was Don Campbell, Rerun, and some of the authentic lockers, Sambo Lock, who created the Sambo Lock splits. A lot of people were in this club. And so we started going to this club, and that's how we really started getting into the Campbell Lock. The club name was called the Citadel in Hollywood. I think any OG or old school locker knows about this place. Very famous at the time. That's how we got into the Campbell locking.
So how has locking evolved from the days it was created and flourishing to today? Like, do you think that the stuff has been watered down, or has it become more technical? Is there anything missing, or what's new, in the locking today compared to the past?
The locking as far as I'm concerned, is really graduated to a different level. And why I can say this, because I put 20 years into trying to, well, not trying now, creating for the new generation, my sons, which are the Gogo Brothers. And I feel that them, and also many others now, we have people in Taiwan, now China, Kyo, Duffy, and his partner. I've created a lot of new generation people that are moving much better than the original lockers. The original lockers had at that time was a new concept. That's why we became famous. Now your generation is carrying it on with much more better technique, power, and versatility. And I'm fortunate I had a lot to do with the new style of locking, which is going on right now. And so the locking has changed. It's not like the old style, 1970 style locking. It's changed.
Don Campbell, he created Campbell locking.
Yes.
But who were the other responsibles for adding their own moves into the vocabulary? Like people like Greg or Scooby-Doo? I mean, yes. Who are
that's a beautiful question, and that's exactly what's happened. Don created the basic, what you call freestyle or comedian style of locking. And, he wasn't interested at that time in creating nothing else. Throwing his hat up, catching him behind his back, throwing his keys up, catching him in his back pocket. These were Don techniques. But we wasn't satisfied with just doing that, because it was only comical. So we had people like Sambo Lock, who created the Sambo Lock splits. Meaning on the floor you do continuous splits. That was created by a guy named Sambo Lock. We called him Sambo Lock. Sambo, we called him Sambo Lock. Scooby-Doo created the Scooby-Doo. From the Scooby-Doo, the Skeeter Rabbit was created because of the base of the Scooby-Doo. The Gogo Brothers created the Skeeter Rabbit. And it's three of us, not one of us. It's three Gogo Brothers, original Gogo Brothers, created many steps. I created the Volkswagen. It's called the Volkswagen. Buddy Lombard created the Fruit. It's a lot of things that were created. We had other people like Campbell Lock Jr., who created the Campbell Jr. walk. And Fluky created the Fluky Leo walk at the time it was called. Rerun created the slow motion. So everybody contributed to creating locking. Camel locking is a different thing. Don Campbell created camel lock, but locking was created by a number of individuals. And I gave you a few of their names already, but there's many people. Alpha Anderson, he created Alpha. It was called the oil rod. Deputy created the corkscrew. There's a lot of guys contributed to the vocabulary of locking. It's not created by one person.
So you are widely regarded for being the one that paved the way for locking in Japan. But what is the full story of locking in Japan?
Well, I had a friend who was working in Japan. Before I ever went there, he had a 6-month contract to dance for a television show and to wear ski wear for television for fashion, to dance in the ski wear. So, and his name was Cleveland. He's known better for whacking. Him, Jeffrey Daniels, and Tyrone Proctor were whackers in the Soul Train days. So Cleveland asked me could I go to Japan for 6 months with him to do a tour, and I did. That's when I first went to Japan in 1980. Before that, Scooby-Doo came to Japan with something special dance group, not as a locking group. They went there as doing a Soul Train show, with wearing like Earth, Wind and Fire clothes, you know, tight pants and all that stuff. But Scooby was one of the first people to actually do the dance of locking. Do the dance of locking in Japan. And then after that, I think a year after that, 1980, I went to Japan. I stayed there for, now it's been 30 years. When I first got to Japan, nobody was doing street dance. Nobody. So I did have a little bit of something to do with Japanese culture now, doing street dance events or whatever, yes.
Locking, will it be locking as it is today and before? Like, do you think there is a next level for locking? If there is a next level, what do you think is the next level for locking?
The next level is your generation now. It's just that I worry a little as far as you guys being able to receive the music like we did. And the difference in that is that we were able to go to the clubs a lot in our days, and we were really fed a lot of music in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And so now if you guys really take in more music, you'll be able to come up maybe with the same concept that we did. So it's just about, I think, reading the music better. Your dancing is up to par. The technique you guys have now is great. It's just that you need to listen to music better, and then you'll improve yourself.
I think you have spoken about this before, but I would like you to elaborate is the difference between funk and funky. So could you elaborate on that?
Yes, funk is a word pertaining to musicians, which give you a few names: George Clinton, Sly Stone, Ohio Players. These are funk musicians. They are considered the funk in the music. And we were too young to be part of the funk generation. So we developed our own attitude in dance, trying to listen to the funk music. We did funky dance moves and have fun. So funky means to have fun, and funk is a more serious end of it. Funk means seriousness of receiving and playing the music and living a different whole lifestyle. To be involved with the funk is a totally different lifestyle than being funky. Funky lifestyle is fun and very jovial, happy, and the funk it's sometimes very negative and dark. It's a whole different society. But the music from the funk is beautiful because it's felt very well. You can feel the funk through the music. And when you feel the funk through the music and you dance, you become funky to have fun with the funk. So that's the difference.
So this question is, what advice would you give to lockers like us who want to groom our future kids to become awesome lockers like your sons? What are the advice?
Best thing to do is start them off at a young age, believe me. 3, 4 years old, 2-year-old is okay. Always take them around the sound. If you can, dance with them, play with them, and they will pick it up. Kids are fast now. They're not like they used to be. They're very intelligent. We're living in the computer age now. They can read faster than we can. So don't everybody's trying to walk through here.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. So please, if you're working with kids or if you have your own kids, don't be afraid to work with them and dance with them and train them and school them because they'll pick it up faster than you think. I've witnessed it, I've done it, and now I'm watching kids grow up and they're moving beautiful. They have beautiful sino, have great sino, and so it would be a great thing if you work with kids now because they're fast and clever.
It would be so nowadays there's a lot of Asians and non-blacks doing locking and all, but it's different for us because we do not go through the same history and culture as what you did. So how do we be able to relate even better to locking and the whole music as a whole as compared to?
Well, it's I think important for you to try to work with you know, originals if you can, and that can give you at least the closest vibe or the closest feeling or the closest understanding about the music, the times, the things we went through, so you can understand that and then try to develop your style of dancing or your group style of dancing better. It's best to just try to work with someone original who has the knowledge and the wisdom about what we do. Lion City Lockers, よろしくお願いします。皆さん、もっと頑張ってください。一生懸命踊って、楽しく踊って、あと絶対上手になると思います。よろしくお願いします。Peace! I'd like to give a shout out to the Lion City Lockers of Singapore. You brothers, please, if you're really locking and you're really into locking, come on, man, you guys gotta dance more, keep a positive spirit, and keep working hard on your moves, and keep your group together. Always stick together. And I just like to say peace and keep it going. Yo!
Yeah, thank you, Tony Gogo. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.